And I know damn right that you gon' talk about me. You gon' talk about me. And I know damn right that you gon' criticize me. You gon' criticize me. But this is what I'll come back, yeah. I'll keep coming back. This is what I'll come back, yeah.
Yes, Luchi.
Yeah, what chaps?
Unjani?
You're sharp and
No, ngibingelela ngana la confidence.
Ngana no confidence.
Yeah.
Fine, no, I'm just relaxed. The
like
setting is nice. Stop, man. You're a charmer.
Guys, linjani today. Today ngilo Luchi. Luchi Shiki. So, Luchi, wahambe UK wamphathelani.
Jason, I need izihlobo zami zonke ngilakho. Ansela lu.
Lokuphathelwe mina.
Ansela lu.
Angayenzi so isihlobo sakho nje.
Ngayenza le video so back to square one.
You are one very, very interesting artist.
Really?
Yes. One very interesting artist. Because I've been interviewing different people and I've been in the city for quite a while now. I don't get to come across abantu who tour a lot.
Okay.
Tell me about the tour.
The tour is exciting, interesting, and a lot of work. That's what I can say, and I've grown so much as a person because of Uba exposed to different cultures and seeing my own culture through other people's eyes. Like a simple example is we take for granted ukulilizela.
Yeah.
And that side, people will look at you like, how are you doing that so fast? Like and they try to learn it and they can't. And it's those little things that we do in our culture, like and people that side, it's mind blowing for them. So it was nice to see my culture in other people through other people's eyes, as well as being exposed to bigger cities that remind you sometimes that the problems you take so seriously aren't really that big, because there's someone else in London who's facing something else, someone else in the US or in Canada who's living life outside just the box of Zimbabwe or Bulawayo or Mkanwini or Ekadru Park, that it opened up my mind, and that's the one thing I loved about touring.
Okay. Lali ngapi langa?
This current tour went to the UK.
Okay.
But the first tour that I went to with Iplekum Folosi, we started off at the UK, then we went to the US, then we ended in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just nje alila musical instruments, alila just
vocals, just vocals.
Wow.
The original music, as they say.
I've been battling with artists locally. A lot of people are influenced by Western influences from Gubo America and all that. I always tell them, guys, if ufuna ubuya le, bafuna ukuzinto zangapha.
That's true.
As much as lalalelo kwangale.
Yeah.
If ufuna ukuthi uye ngale, uye perform, they want to hear like ukhuluma ngento ezisimple like ukulilize.
Yeah.
Things that are in bone kitty, easy
things
for
we
us
do
to
from
do.
primary crash, kuma prize giving day.
Yeah.
Now we take it as we're doing tani imbongi, I was imbongi primary. I think that's also why it's so difficult for the local market to consume local products, because we take it like lami ngakwanisa ukwenza awuchaya ibhorodi lami ngakwanisa ukwenza awuchaya isichiki chuko kwami ngakwanisa usichaya, but it's the wrong mentality, because we are downgrading what's ours that other people crave to have, like other black people from other countries. They're actually working harder to know more about the black culture, the African culture.
Yeah, so I think we should start, producers out there and musicians, please start incorporating into zendiyazizuela.
Yeah.
Into zala easy elilazo ombira obani bani.
Ama patterns oqhakeza izandla, yeah. Because amakhala angaqhakeza different from amaNdebele, from amaTswana, from even lokulilizela kwethu kuchiyene. Amakhala
ule omunye oqhakeza so omunye so.
Yeah, ukuqhakeza kwamabhiza is like
Okay.
It's chikicha. It's like done. Gachiana.
Gachiana.
Gachiana is all I'm saying. Can't think of it top of my head right now.
Ha. All right. La mfunde something. Mnabe ngwazi kulokuqakeza kwamapostoli.
Lokwa
I didn't know even esintwini kwampana kuloku different othi laba bayenza so. Okay. All right. So tell us about your upbringing. Where are you born? What's your real name? And there's a question I like asking women because they don't like being asked that. How old are you?
I'm 27.
First person who answer umfazi.
I'm 27 and proud. I feel like society has pressure around age and the biological clock and all that, those myths and
Okay. So where are you born? Where are you brought up?
Bulawayo, range more.
Yeah,
and emaplotini. So akhula ndlala lenkukhu guys.
Okay. Also type place ayinazisabe inkukhu.
No, it's less bungu vele ngiyazibulala ngabona.
You can murder the chicken.
I don't know how many chickens I've killed. There's this joke esikhuluma ngikhaya ukuthi sizazifica ezulwini inkukhu zangikhona zingilindile. Yeah, cause ning.
But uyayitshela la uthi je kwamele ngidle.
Kwangela plan. Kwangela.
Futhi andrunywa abadala phela abadala bayachaya.
Kakhulu.
So ukhulela arrange more, and then from there, how did you get into the music scenes or spaces?
I grew up watching my father perform. He's the lead vocalist for Iplekumbolosi.
Okay.
But originally, I was more into dance, and what shifted my perspective into wanting to also do music, and I'll never forget this moment. And right now, she's getting a lot of heat, but it was my first time watching a music video, Iko. I got Beyonce. And it was nice to see a woman dancing and singing at the same time. Something different from what I had been exposed to. Because so it was something different that I fell in love with immediately. And that's when I decided I want to dance to my own music. Because like I said, ngaqala ngifuna ukuba dancer, did ballet for a few years, and then
so la Amazon.
I stop right like the year kumele ngibe ngamazwane. I stopped.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're brought up in a musical family.
Very.
Right. Umdala nguye owenza into lezi. Umasalo yena wenzani at that time?
Umasalo wayelipolisa.
Okay.
Wayelipolisa, but apparently she was also into zama-arts. Njengomuntu wakhule emakhokoba. Kuthi ngesikhathi amakhosi senzwa waye involved la. She was just umuntu who loved the arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So singathi safely we can say into yama-arts vele kuwe isegazini.
Yeah, isegazini.
So umdala wayengalihlabelisa imbuko kwesinye isikhathi.
No, ubaba actually didn't want us to be in the music industry. Funny enough. He said it's a cutthroat industry. And he was right. It is a cutthroat industry. But my perspective is there's no industry that isn't competitive or cutthroat. I feel like even as we speak, there are people fighting in the corporate world for the promotion of Twiza, because Keto is going to be the next manager. So competition is healthy. It's just all about how you navigate it, I guess.
And how you handle it.
Yeah, if you really love what you do, then that shouldn't be a hindrance.
Okay. So from growing up in a family, ubabe senza into zembube.
Yeah.
La where you join in on Imbube.
Yeah.
Because I believe that's how you are touring. You guys are now part of Iplekumbolosi.
Yep.
Which is a great thing. Shout out to your dad.
Shout out to
I applaud him for doing that.
Yeah, ukumbutsi.
You know? All right. Then, how then do you end up usule side le hip hop? Okay,
so like I said, my initial falling in love with music making wasn't with Imbube. It was with dance, and then when I decided to make music, it was more of an urban type. Brenda Fassi, Baba being inspired. It wasn't necessarily my father directly. So that's how I jumped into hip hop, and I loved I love reading, so I love songs with a lot of lyrics. So hip hop was just natural for me to fall in love with because it's storytelling. Someone can write 100 words in one song, and that for me is awesome because it's like saying Jele short novel.
Yeah, yeah.
One. So that's how I fell in love with more genres that need more lyrics, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so how did the family handle that you, like you see to baba yena engafundile yenza ama-arts, usukhona wena sufuze yena? How did he handle that? You are doing exactly the same thing angafuni wena uyenze.
He asked me if I wanted to go to school for it or if I wanted to do it, to learn as I go. I mean, he could tell what I also inherited his stubborn streak. So Lami, wabontela agula, there's no way out. She wants this.
When was the baba banjalo libathatha? Thina sesikhula ubuchaywa ukuthi ubambe igitara.
Hayibo.
Vele bekungayenzi. Into zama-arts abadala bahle bakutshela ukuthi anila mntwana unoza achaya amakatari. And achaya amakatari power. Kwathi vele into zama-arts it's so I'm actually like okay, so
it's because he's a
actually
fellow artist, maybe. So he had a soft spot, yeah. He didn't want me to, but he still had a soft spot as a fellow musician.
Okay, all right. So ama-tours, la seliyenzile ama-tours, maseli back home lapha, normally abeli selinika abantu into zethu lisiphathele zona. Do you guys gig around here or you just gig outside?
Yeah, we have gigs we do around here and even regionally, not only limited to Zimbabwe or Bulawayo.
Okay.
But yeah, I took a step back for the rest of this year to focus more on Luchi Shiki and pushing some songs, music that have been in storage for too long. I think it's time for them to come out now. Like a recent example is my music video for Mortal Kombat that I just put out, and that's what I'm trying to push as much as possible. So if you haven't checked it out, please.
So how is that going? The focus on you, how is it going so far?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm working with Napo Drizla, and he's an amazing mentor. I've known him for years.
Yeah.
He's been in this industry for such a long time. So it's great to finally do things with someone and not always do them alone. Because when you're an artist, especially if you're not signed, you tend to make sure you make everything happen. You look for interviews, you look for shows, you look for your outfit, everything is on you. But it's good to finally have somebody whom you committed to the team. Yeah,
because I know him. He's that kind of a guy who sukuma sambe.
He is. He's a workaholic.
Yes, he does that. So what has been like challenges also facing in the industry, apart from the black follows? Now we're talking about Luchi. Being a lady in the music industry is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
So what challenges can you say you have faced from uqala hip hop career yako?
It's not really hip hop career. It's I would like to say.
So hip hop.
Very very linked to hip hop, so it makes sense. Challenges. I don't like talking about my challenges in a way that makes them feel like they've defeated me. But some of the challenges, definitely funding. Yeah, funding, it can be problematic, but we work around that because it is what it is. And if you want, where there's a will, there's a way. Yes. And maybe this one hasn't really been a challenge because people have been quite polite about it. But producer. I mean, I understand because, you want to be involved with someone who understands the art industry, right? But at the same time, it's like, I'm here to work. I'm not here to do, I try my best to make sure that everyone knows, gang, we're all boys, even you, Ted. But then sometimes, things happen and people approach you and it's...
But kodwa lina lithi thina producers here komsa abantu. Phela anti kuthiwa idlala phe botshelwa khona.
I mean, like I'm saying, that's the thing. Bekunjalo idlala lapha evotshelwe khona. La uyabuzama inhlanhla yakho, but like I said, I'm fortunate enough to meet producers who've been professional and polite about even the approach. When Ngabonti know she's not interested, they step back and we continue with work.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So in the industry of Bulawayo, besides the funding and all that, it petty. Because people complain a lot. Uthi asla support, abantu bakithi abasupporti.
It's true. And so I deny that. People, like I said, the local market is more interested in consuming our products outside. Which is heartbreaking, but I guess it becomes our responsibility as artists to kind of shape or shift or figure out what exactly makes people think like that and try to change it. Because yit at the end of the day, sefungudla ngayo industry. Meaning yitomele kuhlupha thina yitomele solve. So the general person, as much as they are not supportive, we need to figure out as artists what's making them not support us. Is the quality of our music bad? What should we be investing in? Sibelama communities where we speak openly and honestly as musicians. I think probably they don't like this because of this, and we work around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Ukhuluma investment, ukhuluma ngama funding. Have you tried at some point to get funding from the corporate world?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And they are slow to respond. And there's another thing, it's a seasonal thing. Timing is everything. So I'm learning I recently learned when we were at the studio about seasonal releasing. Yes. But with the corporate world, there's also seasonal applications, especially beginning of the year. That's when you can approach companies or end of year, because that's when they are planning how their calendar is going to go.
Okay.
The corporate world is very structured.
Yes.
So once you come in July asking for funding, it's going to be tricky because they already know where they are going to place all their funds.
Already, yeah, because the financial year, paying on December.
Yeah.
But
about the timing, CBD, if things they know.
Okay. So do you have any other interests outside of music?
Yes, I paint and like I mentioned, I dance. So dance. No, I paint. I make fine art. I actually went to school for it. So when I said my dad asked if I wanted to learn music or learn as I go within the industry, I chose to learn visual arts because I did it as a practical in high school, and then I went on to do short workshops at the gallery, Lasemzilikazi, and yeah.
Okay. So, what has been the highlight of your career? The career yami lapha ngabona ngathi hayi sekumnandi.
There's so many amazing moments. All right, I would say the last shows of both the tours. Yeah. That last night after doing 100 shows or 100 and something shows, and it's your final show, there's a feeling of now we are moving on to our next stage, our next phase, and it's so nice to finish a project.
Yeah.
So okay, now I thought of another moment.
No, bring it on.
When me and Mrs. K listened to Shuka for the first time, everything like mixing, mastering, we were so quiet even after it played, and then we looked at each other like, yeah, this one, this is the song. This is it. And for sure, people really received it, and enjoyed it and was like, oh, it's nice to know I now have that intuition as an artist to know that this song is good and people will actually love it and the song isn't much of a banger.
Let's rewind a little bit back to Uge Wanjela project Lay Olayo.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I have a lot of interest in that. I want to know about that project. When did it drop? What was the inspiration behind it? How is it going so far? Where is it going?
Okay. So Mortal Kombat was inspired by the music industry and how sometimes people within the music industry can look down upon your efforts or feel like this person has been around but gala star quality or this person isn't going far, so they don't necessarily support you because they feel like you're not the next big thing. You constantly have to prove yourself to your fellow artists, and I always felt like that's not fair because I'm a fan of the arts. I'm a fan of the arts before I'm an artist. I wouldn't be an artist if I wasn't a fan of the arts. So when someone's good at what they do, I acknowledge it, I love it, I share it, I care about it, I encourage it. But it feels like people sometimes can be overly competitive and it blocks out their ability to enjoy another person's creativity.
You know, ngicela unike advice eyi-one. Ngiyakwazi awuyicela. Mina, I've gotten to where I am because I have one policy. Never, ever, ever do music to please other artists. Ungawari nge-competition yabo or ama-views yabo. That's why. Because kunje so, I believe uthi big brands, like maybe let's say it's a clothing brand, uthole uthi kule Ackermans le Edgars. Mabeza release izinto Ackermans ayiye Edgars iye uthi lokhu likubona njani. Obviously ngathi likubona njani. I-Edgars izazikhangela, let's say for example ithi thina lokhu phela njani.
Yeah.
Asilakho. Uthola uthi maybe izawukhangelela ngaphi?
Phansi, yeah.
Phansi. Even ukubona ukuthi kunjani?
Yeah, kuhle.
So, vele if a musician always expect ukuthi another musician might not give you an honest opinion, because consumers out there don't care about a lot of things we musicians care about, even the technicalities.
That's a fact, yeah.
As a producer, if you're a producer, you bring a song to me. I'll always find something that I can do better in that song. It doesn't matter ukuthi yenzelwe ngomengome mix of a master of our Drake estates.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So always stay in your lane. Warengani nama consumers apho.
And that's what that song did for me, Mortal Kombat. It was a way for me to express it and let it go.
Yes.
Like I feel like that's what music does for us creatives.
Yeah.
I spoke about it through the song, and now it's a closed chapter in my life. I no longer cared as much as I did about the opinion of fellow musicians, because I know how they sometimes feel or pretend to feel. And it's okay. Art is objective and subjective at the same time, because it's so complex and people just have different tastes. And that's what the song's about. And I chose to reference Mortal Kombat because when you're playing Mortal Kombat, you can be defeated, but you can play again
and win. Yes.
So, and you can always rebrand and restructure and choose another avatar. So that's how I took it. Like I took the gaming and made it a metaphor for the industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's been a very eye-opening session esivelayo today.
Yeah.
And all I can ask now is, woman to woman, what advice can you give to the young ladies out there who want to venture into the music industry?
This section of advising people, I always have this. I have mixed emotions because I hate the idea of being responsible for someone's choice making, a role model. But at the same time, I understand that as long as I'm sharing my energy, I have a responsibility to share positive energy. So what I would say to any woman, girl who wants to pursue the music industry is go for it. Definitely go for it. It's a calling. Ungezwa something within yourself saying that you should do something, change something. That means don't wait for someone to change it for you. Be the one who steps up and makes
Take
that
initiative.
Yeah, and because I've been able to travel the world. I've been able to buy myself certain things because of
Answering the calling.
Yeah, because of answering the calling.
Okay.
If you face a problem, solve it. If you face a challenge, face it.
Okay.
You know, and everything is coming together to make you a better version of yourself. So be in it and enjoy the industry, enjoy the challenges, and enjoy figuring yourself out.
Okay.
No matter how long it takes, futhi, that's another thing. Timeline, siyakwazi my timeline, but trust me, your own journey is your own story, and it has to go its own way.
Yeah, sebengaphumelela abanye before you.
Yeah,
uqalisele
and that's beautiful. That's okay, because kutsho ukuthi yena vele umele esakhe isitori sambe njalo.
Njalo.
Yabo.
Ah, okay. All right, Luchi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much for making
Thank you
time.
for having me.
Lapha. So, abantu abafuna music yakho in short, where can they find it?
Okay, they can look through my social media, Luchi Shiki, LuchiShiki. Everywhere. I'm on Spotify, I did DistroKid, so it distributed everything for me.
All right.
Yeah, YouTube, everything.
Ah, okay. Lati iyatholakala leyi i-podcast any social media platform uyasithola isite.zw. My name is DJ Jebs. Ngiyabonga ukuthi libe lami today. I hope and pray ukuthi siyahlangana singabaphilileyo on the next one. Thank you.
Ready? Come on, let's go. Shut up.